What is good, rookies? Welcome to yet again another After Dark, round 20. Not many After Darks left for the season. Just, it's a little bit depressing, let's be honest, but it's also meaning that we get to enhance and improve on After Dark for next season and make it a whole other thing. But Braddles is still further away, walking his goldfish. But we got Ghosty, as always. How are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. How's yourself?
Oh, mate, it's hard to be mad when you have your team get a 101 point win. So feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's it. Well, I'm just as happy that the my boys didn't have a 100-point loss. We were close, but not quite there. So,
Yes, if there's your boys performing pretty badly, you can probably bet on North ensuring that it's even worse.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I think the main talk of tonight is Jezza, 11 goals tonight.
Yeah. Very
Wild.
lazy work.
Very lazy work. Lazy work. And you see, it didn't even really try. He just happened to get them. Like, there was a couple of frees that he kind of got the play on and they just went and kicked it. Like, man, it's scary because Geelong's run home. If this is what it's going to be like, it's going to be very, very scary. But
it is. The 10 straight was really good though. Before he kicked a point, so very dead eye from the man. So I'm pretty sure that stirred up the Coleman for him now, doesn't he? Isn't he leading it by like 20 or something now?
Yeah, he's leading it by at least 15 now. It's ridiculous.
That's done and dusted.
Yeah, it's done and dusted. He's getting the Coleman. So hopefully we get the Coleman and the medal, like the Coleman in the finals to tie it all together, but never really know. But while we are doing this, we still have a little bit left of the Adelaide Crows versus Port Adelaide. And again, this was meant to be a competitive round by all accounts, and it just seems to blowout after blowout after blowout. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I think there's just this really big gap between, like, obviously Gold Coast and Brisbane was a bit of a shocker today, but the gap between the best and the top 9 and the next 9, it's huge. So I think that's what we're seeing here. Usually the showdowns are a bit more competitive, but yeah, just not happening tonight. And Crows are just putting the foot down.
They really are. They really are. Like, Phil Thorpe's having an absolute game. Dawson's had a ripper second half. He was looking a little bit quiet in the first half.
I own Dawson, so I've been keeping an eye on, and I'm glad to see that he's turned up now. So that's
Raken's been given the butcher icon, so that's not good. He's only on 52, and then where's Bergman? What's he doing? 58? Yeah, no, no, thank you. But Sweet's looking good. Butters is looking good. Rosie seems okay.
He started off pretty bad, but yeah, being up there, it's just it's weird scoring. Even the North game just before, like, I don't have McKercher or Sheasel, but they were the best two, and only McKercher just turned up. So it's just one of those games where, and I think Geelong had like 5 or 6 ton up, and then 90s and 80s. So
yeah, exactly. So yeah, Kirch only one to ton up. Sheasel 1 point behind. But yeah, for Geelong, we had 5 people ton up, and all those tons were 120 at least.
Yeah.
Crazy. So we had Atkins get a 121, Holmes a 130, Neil a 132, Smith a 156, with 43 disposals, so tied for most disposals for him. So again, what we kind of wanted to see from Baz for the last couple of weeks. But he seems in ripper form. And then Cameron, obviously, well-deserved a 167. Absolutely nuts. But got scaled down -10 as well. So, it could have what could have been. What could have been.
Well, we take 70% DE from Baz too. That's very high for him. Very high.
Yeah.
And I watched him shank a few, but when you have 43, you're still going to shank a few.
Yeah, exactly. And Holmes turned around too, an 83 DE as well.
Yeah. No, I knew Holmes would go big. I was a bit worried about Baz just with his recent form, but he's obviously smashed it. Very disappointed. I've got Caleb Daniel, so that wasn't fun.
Yes.
Also had Jordan Clark earlier today, and he had a fucking 3-point quarter that cooked him. So I don't know. I think my team is going to be very. I actually don't know. I've got some good scores, and I've got Rankin. That's a stinker. So
I think it's very much that week, isn't it? You've got some really good scores, and then you've got some really bad scores, and it's like there's no middle ground this week. It's you either did really well and you got like 120 plus, or you've done, pretty badly and you've got a 70 to 90. It's really hard because it is one of those weeks. You look at these games. The most competitive game this week so far has been Hawks and Blues. That's when you know it's been an absolute shocking round.
yeah.
The Hawks and Blues, it was the most competitive game. I mean, look, to be fair, the GWS and Swans game was really good.
Insane.
So weird. And the one thing I love about this, and I'll always say this, the Giants have the best social media platform profile going in the AFL.
They do.
You would have seen I shared it on my X. It was the Pentagon, Hexagon, Octagon, Season Gone, and it was the Sydney logo. Top tier.
Yeah.
But to get into some comments quickly, Daniel Green, member of the channel, welcome in, mate. I'm going quite well, feeling pretty chuff about Geelong. Hoping that I can get into one of the next home games for the Cats with the corporate box at work. So I'll have to go kiss ass at work for that one. But how are you, Daniel? I hope you're very well. Hope your week's treating you well with all these chaotic scores. Lizard King, Jeremy Cameron, that is all very much. Deadly. I love this profile pic, mate. Jezza Butcher, 3 shots from goal that didn't even score, could have gone even larger. And that's like the annoying thing too. There were 3 just that, like, while he did go like pretty accurate for the most part with goals, he also had like 3 on the full. Like just wild off the wrong side of the ball kind of snaps, and it just didn't work. Oh man, what could have been? Like he could have easily got 14. Easy. How pathetic was the crowd at Geelong versus Kangas? You get a bigger turnout to Shorty's goal kicking comp in Geelong. That's very true, actually. That is very true. You would definitely get a bigger turnout at Shorty's goal kicking comp. Which again, I'm not even sure if it's happening this year. I know people the community are asking for it. Lizard, speaking of Shorty, I told him to bring Jezza and Jackson. I don't think he listened. They all both did very well this week. And this is the thing with like key forwards, isn't it? Is at any week, depending matchups, if they kick bags, they're going to score massively in Supercoach, but it's hard to kind of predict with your key forwards how they're going to go. Like Phil Thorpe is another example. He's currently sitting on 152. Ridiculous. What else we got? We got Jack. G'day, legends. How are we going? Going well, thank you, Jack. Our Lions got destroyed in the midfield. Yeah, they did. Real had an absolute season with them. Took them to the butchers. You've got Real, haven't you, Ghosty?
Yeah, I've had him for a long time. Got him at that cheap price, 460k, and honestly, I think his lowest score for me is a 97. I love the Ranger. What a gun! Every week he's doing it, and I was worried that Dunkley did a job on him last time before I owned him. Really smashed him, and just every time I watch him, he's just, if he doesn't get the ball, he gets a tackle. So his points, they just climb. So I'm super happy with that pick. And yeah, every week he's, got 160 last week and now 140 something. Just what a gun.
Yep. No, he's been really good. And like I said, like after last season where we had that PTSD almost about him dropping off, clearly not the same Real. Like it was a different breed, different grass. It's been crazy.
It's a different Gold Coast too. Dimmer's changed them. The way they play, they're playing finals. They're beating top teams. So I think the whole, obviously they've had a stinker or two. Like let's be honest. Last week against the Crows wasn't great, but yeah, they belong up there, and I think we can safely say they belong there now.
100% they do. 100% they do. I'm just looking at Rankin's DE, 33%.
Yeah, he's back to earth after he's turned up the last couple of weeks, and this is just. I was a bit worried about this game just because I've got Dawson. I thought Bergman and tagging, which he started to do. Did you see the start of the game where Bergman kicked it the complete wrong way and hit Darcy Fogarty?
I didn't watch it live, but I popped on Twitter. I was watching the Cats all the way through, basically, and I saw the highlight. I'm like, oh, Bergman that's a nice clearance. And then it was like, he's kicked it the wrong way, and Fogarty picks him like,
It was a beautiful clearance.
it was. I'm like, it's the wrong direction. I'm like, bro, that is like some Oz kick shit. Like, what are you doing?
Like I said, I've coached and I've had that happen before in games, but it's literally the start of quarter 2 after you've just swapped sides, not before you've even had a disposal and gone anywhere. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, and obviously Butters was getting a bit of attention from Peatling as well. But he's I think they've just dropped the tags, and but Rankin's just the one that's stinking it up.
Yeah, I mean, look, you look at the scores, you're like 103 to 34. You're like, oh yeah, surely Rankin's having a good game. Nah, it's all Thilthorpe, Peatling, it's Neil Bullen, like it's Walker. Like, it's interesting enough. Fogarty's probably not turning it up, but this is kind of like the balance that happens with Adelaide, at least with those tall forwards. When you've got Walker, Thilthorpe, and Fogarty, you can't expect all three to go nuts all in the one game. And it just seems like he's now at 160. Like he's on run. Like he's literally about to go match Jezza. Wild. Yeah. It is the week of key forwards. What can you say?
We knew Sammy Darcy would have a big one. I was going to trade. I would have spent $1,000 for a trade to get rid of him if he couldn't kick goals against Essendon, because that's ridiculous. So
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, great point out too. Key forwards, Sam Darcy, a 150 week. Like, and what other key forwards did we have go off? Cadman, a 118. Yeah. Who else? Who else has gone off? Oh, no one else really. No one from this game. Davies is an interesting one. Got the keys to the midfield this week.
Yeah, very interesting.
Very interesting. I'm really loving Fiorini. I was looking at him early in the season. Like, we obviously saw his VFL stats, which were like massive, right? Insane. So we kind of expected him to kind of do something. His first few games in wasn't doing too much. And then I think he actually got the role where it saw him, go to these extents that kind of match the VFL kind of pump up numbers. And he's been very, very solid. Like, if he maintains his spot, which you would assume he would, like he might be on. I'm watching him for next season because he'll be probably a little bit cheaper than most. Rao's probably now in the conversation of starting. Anderson's been absolutely solid. He's not that roller coaster anymore. He's been very consistent.
Yeah,
Mick Cluggage is probably there as well. Neil, you'd imagine, probably takes a step back next season too.
Yeah, bit disappointed with Dunks today. He usually loves playing Gold Coast. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I've got a few scores that probably everyone's got, but I look my top 4 pods. Grundy's still a pod for me, but obviously a lot of people jumped on due to Sherry. But the other ones are Tom Green, Rowell, and Dunkley that are the ones I sort of need to go big because obviously I've shot up in the ranks a bit lately, which is really, really good. So I'm sort of keeping an eye on what's ahead of me. And Green didn't ton up, and then Dunkley didn't ton up. So Rowell went big, which is good, and so did Grundy. But that's why I'm sort of like, I don't know where I'm going to sort of, if I'm going to drop or if I'm going to sort of hang in there. Like, it's one of those weird weeks. I don't think I'll go up, but yeah, Dunkley was a bit weird. I thought he'd do a bit better, and especially with his history against Rowell, but Rowell just fucking, and the rest of the Gold Coast mids just went nuts.
Yeah, they just absolutely turned it on this week. It was ridiculous. But hey, like, man, like the Suns look good. The Suns look so good. Like, Dimmer has absolutely turned that club around, which is awesome to see. So I'm actually like rooting for them in the finals run home, like outside of the category. If I had to pick anyone else, it's the Suns for sure.
Yeah.
Deadly, did you hear Shorty's story this week about his car window getting sucked down? Go around and fix it for it. I don't even know what I'd do to fix it. I'd probably smash the window, to be honest. Is it in the territory? Please tell me it's in the territory. all that rank stank out of the territory is just leaking out onto the street. Oh, man. Daniel Green, looking okay, mate. Had 13 played, 3 live now, sitting at 1901 with Naz, McRae, Gawn, Sinclair, Crack, and Dacos still to come. You're tracking very well, mate. Very, very well. Jack, you said it correctly. A lot of big scores with Grundy, 139, Darcy, 150, Bont VC, very nice, of 170. Lovely. Anil, 120, and then scores of Zorko, Daniel in the 60s, and now Rakin, then a lot of them between 80 and 110. Yeah. I definitely feel that. Like, I think the only real pod score I might have at the moment is like a Callahan's 145.
Yeah, I'd say He wouldn't be highly owned anymore, so that's a good one. Very good.
Yeah, he's currently 8% owned
Yeah, that's solid.
overall.
Yeah, that'll help you out for sure.
It'll help me, but I'm probably still falling back in ranks. Like I'm still projected. Oh no, that first word is in the 2400s. So we'll see if we get there. I'm hoping that Dacos has a big game.
After I think after last night, I was projected 27-20 or something, which I was really happy about. But it's gone down as we know. That's why we don't rely on projecteds because, like I said, I think Dunkley, Clark, and someone else. I think it was Tom Green actually. They were 40 below what they were projected to get. So there's like 100-something points right there. So
yeah,
it adds up quick, man.
Sure does. It really does. And like, me not having Tuke out and having to take a rookie score on field to cover my flex. So Kirch is covering Sherry, so I have to take either Houghton or Boxall, and it's literally going to be whoever's not named sub at this point because the games are pretty close together.
Yeah,
there's about an hour between the two, so I kind of have to see how Houghton's going, and then if Boxall isn't sub, he got more than Houghton last week, and it's a decent matchup, Saints against Melbourne. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
But then with Lizard King, Ada Minor scored 120 plus. Then Daniel and Stewart happened. Not Stewart's fault the ball wasn't down there though. Yeah, it's one of those really hard things, right? When we look at these easy matchups, because in Game Day Squad, I brought Clark in because I thought it'd be a good game, but it's that. I don't know why I always skip on that mentality. Like it's going to be an easy game. It's going to be more in the front field of Freo rather than back. So Clark's probably not going to have the best of games. It'd be more of your Brayshaws, your Sarongs, your Jacksons, even Young. Like Young's bounced back like in a really, really nice way from his injury.
Won the medal.
A lot of people, he won the medal. Like, and he got subbed off too and still won the medal.
It was officially 57% game time he had.
Yeah. So like Young did like he's definitely going to be on the watch list for next season. If anything, we hope he has another rested game so his price doesn't fluctuate too much for us.
Yeah,
we can get him nice and cheap next year.
I think they'll nurse him. Probably he'll start most weeks and then probably subbed off if they're in control and there's no injury. I think that'll be the play to keep him fresh for finals. But just on what you were saying with you look at like those easy matchups and stuff, and it is going to be a front half game. It was a bit weird from Clark today because I didn't watch the game 100%. I was just checking probably quarter by quarter what the score was. And the quarter that West Coast came back in was the second quarter, which was Clark's 3-point quarter. So that's actually weird that it was going down there more often, and he was doing less than when they were actually winning the ball because he is a score generator and he starts those chains often. So I think because they couldn't get that going, probably because he wasn't doing it, that's why the points weren't coming there as well. So yeah, it is a bit of that you can't get the front half going, but if the back half's, you're not getting any drive from your back line as well, you're probably not going to get those points either. So it's disappointing from him. I think, what did he finish with, 71 or something, which isn't great. Especially when people have Holmes instead. Like I have Clark over Holmes. I always compare them two, and Holmes is nuts. So.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more from Holmes, if I'm being completely honest. Like he still did really well, like 29 disposals, 83% DE. Could have had a goal to his name as well, but it's still a very good game. It was just the Bailey Smith show, which is always gonna it is that kind of balance. Like it's hard to expect. There's always going to be a 20 to 30 point difference between Smith and Holmes, I believe, at any given time. It's just who is in more favor.
Yeah.
And Smith has been pretty quiet. Like we had the other game the other week where both Smith and Holmes were quiet and ended up in the 70s. But like 156, we knew this was well within the wheelhouse of Smith to do. So
no, he's the most solid forward we've got for sure. He's the only one with it. Obviously, like you can say Jack McRae's done it, but he hasn't done that for a while, like a 150, 160. So Baz is the we're very lucky to have him as a forward this year because next year he won't be.
May not be the case. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the man himself, Freddie Boy. How are you, mate?
Oh, yeah, not bad yourself?
Mate, I'm pretty chuffed with the absolute flogging that we gave North Melbourne today.
I watched a scary movie instead, but I'm pretty sure it's the same one North might have watched, but maybe different.
Yeah, exactly. It was like Final Destination type shit.
I watched a movie called Don't Breathe. I'm sure Ghost is aware of this one.
Yes, I have seen it. It's good.
Don't Breathe's good.
It's pretty weird scene at the end.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, a lot of it's pretty weird, actually.
Yeah. It's all right. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
How you feeling about your boys tomorrow, Brady?
I actually forgot we're playing. I thought it was Dubai. That's how easy this win's going to be.
I like it. I like it. Do you expect Dacos to go nuts against us? Like, obviously, everyone had concerns about him being managed and everything, but he came out and did a little media thing about, no rest for me. I'm playing through, blah, 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 blah. Do you reckon he's a lock for a 150 tomorrow against your boys?
I was literally going to say 150 on the dot for that easily, unless he gets tagged by Ross.
Yep.
But normally we wait half a game until someone's on 80 Supercoach before we actually put a tag to him anyway.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like it. We were saying before as well, like this round, rumors were it was going to be a competitive round, but the most competitive match has been Hawks and Blues.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Weird.
Everything else has been at least 40 points.
Yeah, no, it's actually crazy, to be honest. Like, it's been a bit of a boring round to watch, to be honest. I've watched half of the games just because the blowouts are boring.
I couldn't agree anymore. Like, I've checked in maybe for a quarter of each of these games. Like, I don't think I even watched the Freo and Weagles game. I watched the Cats because obviously it's my team. Got to watch the boys, and it was a nice win. But the rest of them, I barely watched.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's games, I'm probably barely going to watch because we probably expect the same turn. I reckon Saints and Demons probably will be the most competitive game of this round, unfortunately.
Yeah, potentially.
Potentially. But Jack reckons it's shocking weather in Adelaide. It's probably why Rankin is being an absolute butcher. 33% DE for Rankin. Still on 58. That's disgusting.
Yeah. If you look at all the Port players though on your screen, they're all like 50, 60% as well. So yeah, it's shit conditions.
Yeah, it's shit conditions. Literally, is anyone in the 80s?
I think Laird 75 is pretty decent.
No one's in the 80s. Yeah, it's one of those games.
And Laird's had 24, 25 to spot. So that's pretty good at that rate if you have that many touches.
Yeah, no, he's doing pretty well. Pretty well. But we were saying before as well, Brady boy, that it's just the week of key forwards popping off. You've got Darcy, you've got Jezza, you've got Cadman that did well. Now you've got the likes of Thilthorpe, 162 currently.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a bit of a hindsight thing though, wasn't it? Like, I got a few inboxes saying sure VC Darcy, but Bont felt the obvious choice, and then the other guys going big makes sense with the opposition they're playing. So we always probably expected Jezza to do what he done tonight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as Deadly was saying before on the chat, that could have been 14 goals if you just didn't absolutely slice the ball off the boot and go out on the full a couple of times. But it is what it is. Luke has said it felt like a genius. He felt like a genius trading up Bailey Smith a few weeks ago. A painful watch tonight v North. I mean, this was always going to happen. If you traded out Smith, you're always watching these games from behind the couch because you know what he can do.
Yeah.
Like
one thing that I heard a few people talking about trading out Bailey Smith, and one thing that it was weird to hear from some people like that said this were talking up. Oh, but you got to keep Max Holmes. He's got a good run. What? And Bailey Smith doesn't. It's the same fucking team. So they're both expected, like you said before. They're probably only that 20-point difference roughly each week. So if one of them is going to get like a 150, look, one will get 130, or that sometimes they both ton up, but they both have big ceilings. So just stuff like that. People are like, oh, he's had a couple crap weeks. Those homes, but the run's the run. So I don't understand why people get rid of Bailey Smith, but we can't anti-pod Holmes because he's got a good run. It's the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, I would not want to be a non-owner of Bailey Smith. I'll put it that way.
No, exactly.
Houdini, one down, one up. Yeah, pretty much like that. Jack, how many trades do you got left, Rook? I got zero, mate. He was holding his 2 trades, but decided to go Dwyer to a cheap rookie in Clay Hall, who was in flex to Gorney. Hall had money to make, but it was Gorney time. I think that's fine. I have no issue with that. Gorn should have a nice run home. You expect him to do a decent, probably like 120-ish against Romo tomorrow. He seemingly does pretty well against Romo.
Yeah, you got like a 115 earlier in the year, I think, or around that mark.
Yeah. Yep.
Romo got like a 90.
No, it should be fine. Should be fine. Jack's currently sitting at 21.20 with Gorney, Romo, Dacos, Sinclair, and Track. Hoping for a 2,500 plus. Very nice, mate. Very nice. Deadly with Sydney knocked out of the finals race. I would be worried Heaney and Grundy miss a game. Yeah, with this complication now, because Sydney needed to pretty much win all the games on the run home to even get a look at the finals. Kind of shattered their dreams now. Do we think that these main guys get a rest?
No, they'll play they'll play their heart and soul out, I reckon, for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I don't mind if Heaney gets a week off, but not Grundy.
Yeah, you'd imagine it would be more Goulden that would pop a rest. Because even he looked pretty... I'm not sure if he was actually injured by any reports, but he looked pretty sore during that game.
But
because
Grundy's got...
Sorry.
No, you go.
I was going to say, why would you rest these players if they're not going to make finals? Wouldn't you rest them if they were going to make finals?
Yeah, it's just rest season.
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't rest Grundy. He's got Essendon next week, I swear to God.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
That would be pretty funny. Speaking of being rest and managed, how good was it? I'm not sure if you guys saw it on the Twitter webs or whatever, but Danger subbed off, just having a Suva on the bench. Just no worries.
I did see that.
I'm surprised he's still playing, to be honest.
Yeah, he'll fall into the coaching staff in a couple of seasons, but he'll do it so like smoothly that you think he's still playing, but he's just sitting on the bench coaching.
Player
coach. A full kit and everything. Yeah, he'll be a player coach. I'll be so good. But no, I'm also curious where the Suva came from and who made the request. Like, was it just a once-off? Paddy's like to the coach's box, "Don't get me a Suva. I really need a Suva."
Yeah.
And some little interns running around getting Dangerfield or Suva.
It's very local footy style.
Yeah. Would have been better if he just had like a HSP snack pack.
I would have snuck it off him.
Yeah.
Just munging on it with a fork.
Yeah. Deadly. Richmond keep bragging they have the Kangas pick. What a stupid trade that was.
Yeah, literally.
Not ideal. Hawksy, hello fellas. Any Shannon Neal holders in the chat?
Oh.
Wow.
The previous owners, that's for sure.
Should have held.
Big scores this week.
He would have eaten his last 4 scores of 40 just to get this one massive score.
What a miss. I bought in Luke Jackson this week with my last trade, like 5 minutes before the game, just so I could watch the Freo game and not get pissed off. So Cherry's gone from my side. I couldn't afford Jacko last week, or else I would have done it last week. So I only had English or Decam to go through last week. But then I saw Jackson was a straight swap in money, and he's got a pretty easy ruckman fixture, even though he's playing forward for almost 50-50, maybe even like less than that actually. But I think watching him today closely, I'm just going to start him next year regardless of what position's he in. I don't really care. He's an absolute gun.
Yeah, it's hard to pass up now. Like the last 2 seasons, we've seen him kind of do this. He did it last season, pretty up and down, just depending on how Darcy was going. But you saw the potential, and this season it's just kind of come out the gates and gone, okay, when he needs to be in the conversation of like a starting pick at this point.
Yep, literally.
What did we think about? Did you see? Obviously, for people like all of us have had TDK at one stage. You see, they sub Pitnet off on Thursday night.
Yeah, right.
So,
do you think TDK will be solo ruck?
No, well, obviously, like I said, he was playing forward out of necessity because Mackay was out. As Mackay went straight back in. I was surprised they named all 3. Because you've also got Kerno sitting there. even Ashton Moyer, he's not as tall, obviously. He's not, but he's had a decent, he kicked 4, I think, last week. So I was really surprised that they went with all of them. And then Pitnet's game time, I think, was really low.
But it is Boss, so yeah, Boss would bring in bloody 5 tools or 4 tools anyway. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Nah, he's going to throw anything at the wall at this point.
Who did you guys see?
Just glitched out.
Yeah, that's true. I went Richards, which was okay. A 117's okay, but I'm captaining Dacos tomorrow to try and catch up. Obviously, didn't have the Bont. I don't know what compelled me to fade Bont. Not ideal, but it is what it is. But yeah, so Dacos for me tomorrow. What about you guys? See, what was your VC and C?
Went VC on Bont and took it, obviously. It was between him or Grundy, and I think the thing that held me off Grundy was he played Giants earlier in the year and got a 50, so I know he's been in good form, but I thought we'll just do the safe option and go Bont, which worked out. If not, I would have probably gone either Brayshaw or Dacos, most likely Dacos, but luckily I don't need to.
Very good. And Brady boy, yourself?
Yeah, VC Bont, and then I was going to Brayshaw C. So lucky I had a decent score from not Richards, bloody Bont, or else I feel like Brayshaw plays well against the good teams, but sort of downhill skis on the boring sides. Like he doesn't really show up, doesn't really care.
In
a good way,
it feels like
downhill skier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, it's a really competitive game. I've got to show up. And the other games, it's just like, oh, I'll just cruise.
Yeah. Like, why do I need to try? It's just a practice game against West Coast.
Yeah. It's literally witches' hats.
Yeah. How good was McCarthy, though, boys?
96. So good. So good. He's been a little bit quiet the last couple of weeks, so it's good to see him bump up these numbers again. So what we were hoping to get, more about each week. And Mills ended up having I'm sick of this Mills pick because you're getting like a 115 plus or you're getting a 50.
Yeah, but I thought he was on track for a 50 because he was on like 7 at quarter time. I was like, wow. Yeah. And then next time I checked, he was fucking higher than Grundy. I was like, what the hell's going on? Yeah.
He's been a great pick, actually.
Yeah, he's been really good. I think there's probably a lot more potential for him next season to get a full run at it. Obviously, again, hoping there's no preseason interruptions or anything. I think that's going to be a lot of the things that we look at come preseason is looking at these guys that had the interrupted season this year and going, cool, if they don't have any interruptions, they're an absolute lock. I hope that this season makes teams a lot more indifferent next year, where we're steering away from the cookie cutter aspect of it all.
Yeah. Well, I had to trade Mills out so I could get Grundy. So it was either go with Gawn and Mills or Grundy and McCarthy as my on-field options every week. So I needed a pod, so I just sucked it up and got rid of Mills. But yeah, it's all right when he gets to 50s, but not when he gets to 125. So hurt me this week.
I think you're always going to take Grundy over Mills, though. Let's be honest. There's no world you're taking Mills over Grundy.
Yeah, it was more because otherwise McCarthy would have just been sitting on my bench, and I thought with the role and everything, he's pretty reliable, and he has outscored Mills a few times. Like McCarthy hasn't had a 50 at all. So, but yeah, was he wearing a helmet today too? Fuck, I swear, I turned him on. Who the fuck's wearing a helmet for West Coast? That was weird.
Yeah, little helmet.
Fucking got too many.
I think we're going to see a lot more helmets come through as well with all this concussion protocol business and scares. I think it's just going to become a lot more apparent.
It's going to look like water polo out in the field soon.
Yeah, especially if we keep having this wet weather and no roofs.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, true.
I hope you shit yourself on stream for drinking that.
You know what? I'll shit myself and then pay to have some air.
I look like I'm on like an episode of Ghost Hunters because I forgot to grab my webcam. I'm just using my laptop screen.
It does give me very much like Ghost Adventures-esque vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just need to get a spirit box and just...
Yeah, true.
Fuck it.
Oh, I used to watch the absolute shit out of those shows. I loved
Same.
it. So good. Hawksy, somehow us Dons have the third biggest loss this week. We really aren't that bad after all. Copium, Hawksy. That's what that is. Absolute copium. I think me and Brady were talking before we jumped on the live. Wild to think that the Dons did indeed avoid the triple figure loss margin. And if the Dons are absolutely shitting it up, you can guarantee North are probably going to do worse. And they did. They absolutely did.
North have less of an excuse, though, because they're not missing half their fucking list with injury.
That's also true. That's also true.
Oh, Tiggs might say hold my beer on this one tomorrow anyway.
Oh, imagine like another 80-point margin or something. Like, it'd be ridiculous.
No, I honestly reckon it'll be, 40 to 50. I think once the Pies get a big lead, I think they'll cruise. I don't think they're not a punished like side like that. They'll sub someone off and then rest others, and except Dacos because he wants to win the Brownlow.
Well, I think that's the thing too, right? Is Dacos is well in the lead for the Brownlow at the moment. It's like Crows with that win now are sitting at first. I think like teams can't afford not to go for the flog because percentages are going to play a real thing.
Yeah.
Like Collingwood now needs to get a percentage up on Adelaide because Adelaide are currently sitting at 146%, where Collingwood are at 133. So I think if they can go for the absolute smash, I reckon they will, because they want to get that percentage up.
I want one of you boys to tell me who's missing the finals this year. Who's that ninth unlucky team? Big call because everyone's going up and down, and I'm a bit lost with who I think.
I think the ladder stays as it is.
Yeah, I can't see Suns being able to lose that spot at the moment.
They've got
they're in really good form.
Yeah, they got an extra game against the Bombers.
Extra game against the Bombers. That's wild.
Yeah, so they were talking about it on Modern Footy Classified. So because they didn't play it during the bye weeks mid-year, they reckon it's gonna be taking place during the bye week before the finals.
Yep.
So if Gold Coast are in it, they don't get a week rest because they've technically had it early. But think about it, if they need that win against Essendon by a certain amount of points, and say it was like to get them into top 4, that's going to fuck up everyone's already planning on who they're playing, and that's going to change. So it's really, really weird.
I'm going to agree with Hawksy here. I'd love to see Hawks drop out of it.
Who wouldn't?
Because like their percentage is very much on par with both Freo and Giants. Like Suns should have a pretty good run home and catch up win wise, but I'd love to see the Hawks drop out of it and the Bulldogs sneak in. But it's hard for me to see that. Like Bulldogs have Giants. I think Bulldogs bring that home. I can't see Bulldogs losing that, which will bring them up and close. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty tricky. I still think maybe the Bulldogs miss out just in somehow. It'll be wild, but they actually look good. Like I'm so surprised that the Hawks are sitting 5th and Bulldogs are outside the top 8.
Wow. They subbed your boy off too, Rook.
Not my boy. I handed him that bloody peanut.
You'd still rather an injured Took Miller than him, yeah?
Oh yeah. Every day of the week. Every day. Not a question.
Is it the tattoos, Rook? Is that what it is?
Yeah. There's so many reasons. He's on my never again list. I don't care what's happening with Hawks. He's never ever being on my team again. But Hawksy talking to a lot of probably fellow sherry holders outside of Brady Boy. Getting through. It's unfortunate though because we do have to unfortunately cop the poor scores such as like Daniel's 60 because our flex is essentially covering our hold for sherry. So bit unfortunate, but yeah, if you were in the top 100 and you had trades, you surely would have been trading out of sherry. you don't fall behind. Like that surely would have been the play. I know, Brad, you can probably speak to this, spending some time in the top 100.
Or because I kept getting another ranking slide, like 5 minutes before that game, I was like, do I hold Sherry or do I just get rid of this 65 from Zorko and bring in Jackson at R2? So I got Jacko and Gorn as my ruck. And then I was looking at my bench cover, and I've got bench cover pretty much in every line bar the forward line. So we got the defense. Then I actually pulled Chera with McCarthy. So I actually played McCarthy over Chera. So I just thought I may as well grab Jackson to nullify my worst score this week and actually have a flex player count or something. So just when I thought I'd get rid of Zorko 65, it turns out I get rid of Daniel 60 instead.
You got Rankin too, yeah? You got like 60.
Rankin, Clark, and Zorko all shit in the bed.
Yeah. But that's the good thing is like most people will have at least one of them. Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
But all my other players went like 120 plus. Like I've got nothing in between. They're all nuts or shit.
Yeah, we'll say that before. It's very much one of those weeks where it's you've either got a 120 plus or you've got an absolute like under 80 score. You're like, fuck. Like, where's the middle ground here?
Yeah.
Hawks, you reckon someone will get 3,000 this week? Big scores going around.
Won't be
I was waiting for that. Waiting for that one. Big scores this week.
Lizard Jackson is a freak, basically a super tall mid. Yeah. And like the trade season that will happen in the off season will be crazy because there's going to be, it's like a ruck merry-go-round essentially.
Yeah.
Like that Darcy might end up somewhere, Romo might end up at Geelong. Like there's so many possibilities with all these ruck trades at the moment. Yeah, I'm saying Romo's going to end up at Geelong. I see that smurf, Reddy boy.
You guys
got
the
war chest.
War chest?
War chest.
Danger has to retire if you have a war chest.
No, our war chest is currently sitting at Morris Financials, mate. What are you talking about?
all their players are on 400k. Doesn't matter. That's all just balanced out.
Yeah, balancing those sheets, mate. We're doing a little Excel cheeky formula to balance those numbers out. A little sneaky.
Wow.
Haven't stopped us yet. Thomas, lads, happy Saturday. Some monster scores out there. 27.01 projected for him. Very nice, Thomas. Roma is projected 132 against Gord. Yeah, good luck, buddy. He's not getting 130 against Gord. That's
no
not
chance.
Thomas also reckons that Gold Coast Dogs or Freo miss finals.
Not Freo.
Yeah,
not
I don't
Gold
think
Coast.
Freo's gonna miss. Yeah, I think
I don't see Gold Coast missing.
Yeah, Suns Adelaide top 2. Ooh,
wow,
big call. Big call. Hawks' ladder predictor has Hawks missing the 8. We'd love to see it. With the run home, I have them as the only team to finish on 56. Interesting.
Who they got next week?
Adelaide next week.
Ooh, yeah. In Adelaide too.
Yeah. Hawks are definitely losing that one. For sure. Clayton, another awesome local person in the community, always checks out after dark, so appreciate hanging out with us, mate. Anyone know why McCarthy had a helmet on today? I mean, we noticed that he did it. I'm not sure. Do we know the reasons why he had a helmet on?
No idea.
Didn't he cop a hit to the head last week or some shit like that? Was it my tripping?
Probably.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
That's what I swear. That's what commentators said when I watched the game. Anyway, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. See, there you go, Hawks. I think it was due to his cutting his head open last week. Had to play with the bandage on for a lot of the game.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
On the point there, Brady. Good stuff. Jesus questions. Can we ask you questions, Jesus? Projected 2,600, but I have LDU, Daniel, and Rayton.
Ooh.
Rough. And Clayton, nuts and shit. Good shout, pro. Yep, looks like my team this week. Yep, it's literally that. It's either you're going nuts or they're going absolute shit. So, but yeah, if you guys have any hot takes for any picks next season, now's the time to start launching them off in the comments because we're getting closer to the end of Supercoach season 25, which is wild. We're already thinking about next year, our teams, who it's targeting. I'm not sure about you guys. Again, it's probably easier for me to start worrying about next season being in the 16K race now, which is still massively improved on my first season last year. But man, I'm looking forward to next year because I'm over the carnage that's hit us this season.
Yeah.
Like, surely
Me
we
too.
can't have 2 back-to-back carnage seasons, right?
Nah.
You'd hope so, but I'm hoping to plan for buys better this year.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
I'm very much the same. I'm definitely going to be a lot more strategical with my buys and starting picks. Like, there was just a few that I get what's your opinion? I'll get both of you to shout your opinion on this one. Do you think the value, and more so on the value, the mid-pricer approach worked this season overall? Like, obviously we had some hot periods, like a Ned Long and a Ryan Marrick, and some that didn't work, like a Perryman and a Humphreys. Do you think that it's still an okay approach to take next season to try and throw in a few mid-prices in there?
Well, one in each line if you're lucky, but like I feel like only maybe 20 to 30% of them pay off. And this year, I feel like I got most of that 20 to 30% right. It probably just more of a not trading in the right primos for me or going too Potter-like. But I think, like, I remember Steve, he started, who was that St Kilda bloke that was going to get CBAs as a rookie? He's like 260K or some shit.
Was that
And then he
Philippou?
started, hey?
Was it Philippou?
No, not Philippou. Someone else. And Sanders. Sanders and somebody else. In the forward line, didn't pay off for him, but I feel like your mid prices, you almost do it before the price rises and shit, like in between sort of round 2 and 6. But starting him sometimes feels like, you don't know how long you hold on to them, and then they could actually turn the corner. So it was somebody else than Sanders. I forget who he picked, but that killed his rank at the start of the year. So probably mid prices, I think you got to study them more than just go with the crowd.
Yeah.
That's it.
No,
Garcia. Hugo Garcia is the one he
Garcia.
went with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cooked him at the start because he had to hold on to both those blokes for ages.
Yeah. Nah, that's very, very valid. What about you guys, Steve? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with Brad. I think obviously, like, you had those mid prices that did work out, and most don't, because I think, like, how many role changes have we seen through most of the clubs? Like, especially if you're getting new coaches in and shit, they change shit all the time. Like, we've had it happen to Sheasel, we had it happen to Marrick after he was a good cash cow and good mid pricer for us to. We thought, like, at one stage he was going to be a keeper just because of the way he was playing, and then they changed his role and it's fucked. So yeah, I wouldn't be so heavy handed on mid prices early on. I think, like you said, Brad said, wait for the price rise about to happen. And, CBA roles, I think that's probably the one that's a bit scary. I think if you're getting the marriage, like, kick-in role, that's a bit better. But yeah, that's my thing. If you like, I started with Garcia, and I actually really, I wasn't seeing a lot, and I was like, oh fuck, but I couldn't afford who I wanted to afford. So I went with him, and yeah, it was a waste. Traded him out pretty quick, and even Sardis looked good preseason, couldn't get any tog. So yeah, it's just, I think what we see sometimes, we sort of got to realize that it can change.
Yeah, I think that's I'm definitely in agreement with you lads about that. I think it's tougher to start them and then kind of have to hold them or burn the trade early to move on from them, like a Perryman, a Fraser, which I literally held for like 2 weeks and then turn it around come mid-season for sure, but still has the quiet games here and there. But yeah, I think it's probably better to try and find those cheaper primos first rather than try to find the mid prices, like the value primos. Rather take a risk on them, knowing that there probably won't be a role shift as much as there might be for a rookie or a mid-pricer that's changed clubs or something like that. Because again, that was like Perryman. Like, we got hot on it because that he got traded. So it was one of those things.
2 players that come to mind is probably Thilthorpe and Josh Dacos.
Yeah, true. Yeah. That two really good players over the last few weeks. So 160, and yeah, it would be crazy to have them and trade them out.
Oh,
man.
I still have nightmares about Shannon Neal every time I look at his fucking scoring though.
I bet you do. I have dreams when I look at Newcomb scoring after I traded him out, though. Not nightmares, absolute dream. I get very excited. But no, so I think we have some nice hot takes here. So Jesus, hot take, sweet R1 next year.
Wow.
That is a very hot take. To be fair though, he does look very good. Like he is
Where
absolutely
does-
turned around his form this week.
Where does Soldo and Visitini try to go to then?
Well, that's a good question, right? Is that his spot 100%, or are they going to try and do what they did this season and it's, just not there? Like he got a 125, backing up a double ton last week. Not bad.
Well, Ken won't be there, so the ruck merry-go-round shouldn't actually be a thing with Carr in the position.
Yeah, true.
And Carr's been
Hawksy.
there already as well, so that's it's not like a brand new coach coming in. He's still been there, so
yeah. Well, again, kind of like I think when we see different coaches step in, you'd probably hope to see the bullshit that kind of came with the original coach die off. So
yeah,
you never know. Like Shearer might be a really good pick next season if Voss is sacked, or Hewitt might be a really good pick again. If he maintains anything that he did this season.
Yeah.
But Hawksy got some good shouts. A Hayden Young picked that off. A Worrell. That's an interesting one. Worrell hasn't been too. He's had his up and downs this season so far. Sam Banks. Banks looks all right. What's your thoughts on Banks being a Tigers man?
Oh, I feel like he'll sort of pep around that Jaden Short career of that's where he'll land in the sort of mid-90s. I can't see him be like a 105. Like, I don't think he's got the game to do that sort of thing. And Richmond, I haven't seen a Richmond player since maybe Vlosten, but he's the guy that drops a 150 or a 50. So I don't know. Maybe Sam Banks, if Richmond was sort of pushing to finals, so I could see him a little bit more. But when we get flogged, he sits on a nice 60, 70. I think he's draft relevant. Out of all those players, I'm probably only looking at Hayden Young and Draper if Draper's a forward ruck.
Yeah, I agree. Ridley, I wouldn't be looking at. Like, I gave him a shout this week because he was probably the main man outside of Redmond in that back line if you wanted to pick up someone cheap, but he's made of bloody paper. Like, there's no way you're going there. But yeah, Draper's a good one to watch out for, depending on what happens. Has he signed on with Essendon, or is he? There's no confirmation on anything contract talk wise with Draper, is there? As a Dogs man goes to you?
No confirmation yet. I was listening to Sam McClure and Mitch Cleary on their podcast, and they were saying that obviously big Riley O'Brien's re-signed at Adelaide for 3. So that's good. But
the smartest man in AFL apparently.
3 years, yeah.
3 fucking years. Wow.
He's not that old. I think he's only 28, 29. Like he looks older and feels like he's been around for like 20 fucking years. But like he actually hasn't. From what I heard about Draper though, it was they were talking about either Brisbane or Gold Coast. I think Brisbane. So that'd be interesting, especially with if Big Oscar's back injury or whatever he's got is a big issue. That he might end up there. Who knows?
That'd be an interesting like layout to see with like Fort and Draper if that does happen.
Well, Fort's pretty old, isn't he? Isn't he like 32 or something? I don't know how old
he
old.
is, but you'd reckon they'd keep him around a little bit just as like a backup. Like you can't. It'd be so like curious to see if they make Draper like R1, for example.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, they've got Sam Day, who's obviously filled that. It tried to be like Joe. So I think if they did get Draper, that would be Sam Day would have no chance of coming in, and it'd be Draper doing the like forward ruck sort of thing that he's been doing at Essendon. But look, I hope we don't lose him. But at the same time, like I don't blame good players for wanting to fucking leave.
Yeah, I don't know why Merritt's not going anywhere. Surely, come on. How you've kept Merritt is wild. I mean, absolute loyal man, but it's probably one of his morals. But
yeah,
surely. Josh Smiley, as a Richmond supporter, I want him to play, but he'll be a great rookie next year. I think Smiley has a lot of potential. It's just whether he gets the run at it injury free, I suppose.
Yeah,
you got any thoughts on Smiley?
If he's named round 1 against Carlton, when we beat him again, I'll start him.
Yep. Good shout. Stuart, g'day, legends. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. Next year, Fletcher, breakout year. This is actually a really good shout.
Yeah.
I like Fletcher as a pick. He's looking he's looking like the good, especially with like Zorko probably fading out next season. Like he's just getting too old for it. Fletcher's going to absolutely take control of that, which is nice. Maric was playing defense again and scored a flat ton, kick-ins and all.
Saw him have a few kick-ins today.
Yeah. Dirty. Jesus, hot take. Anyone over 30 shouldn't touch your team unless his name is Bont.
Agreed.
Yeah. Who else would be in that discussion, though, of like considerations that are over 30 at the moment? Like Stewie, I doubt any of us are going to go for next season. Like this would have been the last season to do it.
Gone? People
Yeah,
still
I was going to say Gorn as well.
Yeah.
But whether or not, like, next year, we don't know. Obviously, we thought he'd go down this year, and he's probably one of his best years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Who Garcia was answering that. Yeah.
Grundy's 30, isn't he?
Yeah, Grundy's getting old too. Yeah, he's got the salt and pepper going in the beard.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I don't know who else. There'll be a few. I don't think any of us are looking to touch Neil next season.
I didn't know. No. Didn't touch him this year.
No. I'm interested in Will Ashcroft next season.
Yep, same. Yeah,
I reckon he's due to have a continuation of this season. I
think McCluggage will be the number one tag target next year. So I know. Yeah, I think I love McCluggage. I've always have. I had him 1 year where he was averaging probably like that 105, but yeah, this year he's killed it, and I just think that the tags are going to go to him. So Ashcroft should be a good shout.
Ghost, you're going to have to ask your son to start your side for you this year, I reckon.
Hey, I played him last week. And I fucking beat him. All right, so
you know what? You know what we should do, right? We should sub you out for your son because his team is.
We could do that. Although, yeah, he'll just tell you everyone's shit. So
he's not wrong.
I'll be like, no, because like, so he had like Dacos, and then he had Heaney last week at those 190s. I'll be like, he'll be like, oh, what did Baz get? And I'm like, oh, I got 150. He's like, oh, that's shit. It's like, it's not a 190.
He's got high standards. Good man.
Like, I'm like, bro, they don't do that often.
That's funny. That's funny as hell. Alex Davies. Yeah, I'd be curious. I'd want to watch a lot more to make sure that Davies actually has that role. That's six. Because I think this was like the first game we've really seen him pop off, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. That game suited him though. Like, he's a big body mid. I can't see him doing what he does in those sort of games in a fast-paced game.
Exactly.
Do we reckon Took gets faded out a bit more next year? Like he's getting on a little bit as well. I don't know how old he is.
Yeah, you'd probably see him move to maybe a high half forward role potentially.
More like Fiorini and Humphrey in the middle and shit.
Well, yeah, you imagine Fiorini gets a better run at it after pretty much having a ripper first start in VFL and then seemingly doing the same now at the top level. You imagine he gets a better run. Rao and Anderson in your main two. You'd imagine Humphreys is due to come into the mid mix a bit more. Just, you know, what season is he at next season? What number?
4 or 5.
Like 4 or 5? Like it's that time. That time where you either need to let him get into the midfield or he's going to start looking elsewhere, sort of thing.
Yeah. I think Flanders he's not getting any, like he has barely gotten that roll back at all. And not going to half back because they've got Rioli and Noble. I actually, when Rioli did his calf, I actually thought he'd get put back on that half back flank just to see. He was a really good player there, but he's still sitting a half forward and I think he needs to go. I'd be going somewhere else. He'd be playing mid at any other team. So
I was about to say the same. I wouldn't be surprised to see him be traded.
Yeah,
he's not being utilised there at all. But Hawksy reckons Soldo will be playing in the Sandful, probably.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind him as a backup ruckman instead of fucking Samson Ryan and Colin or whatever his name is. That's been on our list for 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, Draper is a ruck forward. Brisbane going very hard for Draper. Luke reckons the Peanut is on his watch list. Apparently he's playing injured. If this is confirmed in off-season, then I'll probably buy. Well, you enjoy that pick, mate, because I'm not touching him. Not with a 10-foot pole. Nah. Clayton, Erasmus, if he changes clubs, solid mid if Eagles take it. Yeah, I reckon depending on if Erasmus gets somewhere where he actually gets a good shot at it, I think he's definitely got a lot of potential. Even if not next season after, like he's one of those ones that you kind of just need to keep an eye on for when he does get that role, because we've seen the glimpses of what he can do. It's just, again, it's just young. Needs to clean up that form and get the role, really. Everyone's just going to auto pick Jagger Smith. I think it was the hottest thing at the preseason, and then obviously injured, and then not really spoken about since, to be honest. So, are we going to go a Carlton rookie?
If you
is Voss still there as well? Like,
oh man, if you ask Carlton, he's the reason they're at the bottom, because he's a fucking Hall of Famer without playing a game.
Yeah.
Like, it's one kid. He is not going to fucking give you 6 more wins for the year. Like,
Yeah.
But that's all I'm hearing. No, we don't have Smith.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one player's not going to fix that bloody conundrum. Hawksy, right, go ahead off, fellas. Have a good night. Catch you, Hawksy. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Appreciate it. Draper, a ruckman off an Achilles injury. Yeah, lucky they don't jump anymore. Very true. I was watching Stanley in the ruck tonight, and man, he was trying to knee bloody Teakle's head off. Like, some of the jumps that man was doing was ridiculous. But yeah, Grundy, Gawn, Zorko, Neal, Witts, all over 30. Even Whitfield and McRae getting up there.
Yeah.
I'd move on to Ash anyway instead of Whitfield.
I was literally about to say the same. I reckon it's Ash season next year. I think Whitfield will probably start phasing out. And really, when you think about it, Glass Cannon, if he takes one more bad concussion early in the season, like he actually might be done.
Yeah.
Because he even had some concussion worries this season.
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those. But McRae's an interesting one. I still think he can be decent, but I think, like, we've seen the inconsistencies and the up and downs that we can have with him. And I don't think he'll be a mid only, I imagine, starting next season.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say. I'm not a forward next year.
He's not a forward, so I don't think he becomes an option either. Like, he's just not there or around the mark to really be considered. Like, he might be cheap if he shits the bed. He might be a bit of a value primo to start the season to get up to someone else. But, yeah. Deadly. Devil Rob. So Robertson will be a starting pick at West Coast next season. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Heaney will be 30 next year. He'll still pick him.
Wow. How's he still 24?
I was going to say, he looks 12, bro. What the fuck?
Botox.
Botox.
Yeah, snap on David Robertson. Good shout. Gaza, yeah. Whitfield is another 30 plus. 32 next year. Yeah, I definitely think Ash is probably going to be the preferred. If Draper leaves Byron as solo Rockets for 50K, will be, yeah, true. Brian's a good shout for Dons to step in his ruck. It'll be interesting to see what your boys do about the ruck situation in the off season.
We'll be on the merry-go-round depending on if Draper leaves, but yeah, Brian's coming off an ACL as well, so
yeah, exactly. X.
Yeah, every time I think of Brian, I think of Fast and Furious.
Yeah, true. Every time when I read that name, I think of I can't remember the full name, but he's a Tekken character.
Brian Fury. I was just thinking that too.
Brian Fury. Yeah. I'm like, that just reminds me of Tekken, bro.
I was like, don't say it. It's Tekken. I was like,
who was your favorite Tekken player, you boys, growing up?
Oh,
you go first, Rook. You go first.
Eddie Bravo.
Eddie?
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, I was Kazuya for sure. Love
Kazuya.
Yours was probably Nina or something, wasn't it? No, it wasn't King. It was Nina.
I do got a Sailor Moon tattoo on my thigh.
Yeah, that's true. There you go. I thought you were a King man.
I love King. Yeah, he was same with Armor King.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And Paul was cool. The hair.
Yeah,
I have this funny photo. I'll have to find it and send it to you boys. literally a couple of years ago where I was growing my hair out, I got all this product and literally just went straight up, and then took a pic after the gym where I was like had a nice pump on and literally just did like a pool pose, and it was immaculate.
I
I'll
could
have to send it
see
to
if
you
we were
boys.
taking characters. If we were taking characters, you'd have to be Paul for sure. Then
Yeah, for sure.
Done.
Or sure. I mean, whatever character you are, Brad, goes to it have to be because you guys are basically the same.
tripped me out. I didn't know what to expect when he rocked up the Globe, and then I thought, wow, there you go.
Like, what a good looking fucking bloke.
I want to check your birth certificate. Were you born in Box Hill as well?
No. No, unfortunately.
Hot take by Deadly. Mortal Kombat was way better than Tekken. I think they
Wow.
were different. I think they ticked different boxes because I also loved Mortal Kombat. Like I started from like Mortal Kombat 3 on the PS1 and absolutely loved it.
Yeah. And,
Did you guys play Mortal Kombat 3 or Mortal Kombat at all?
Yeah, loved it.
My parents wouldn't allow me because they're churchy, so I didn't really go for the Mortal Kombats.
Yeah,
And,
the fatalities and shit.
Street Fighter as well was one that I played. They were
Yeah,
probably
true.
the big three. So, but yeah, Mortal Kombat I owned more than Tekken, but I remember playing Tekken 2 on PlayStation when I was like young, like really young. So
I remember playing Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag a whole lot on the PS2.
Tekken Tag was weird. It was all right. It was
good.
weird.
What was your go-to pick for Mortal Kombat though?
Mine,
Yeah.
it doesn't really change. I guess probably Scorpion. I think it's pretty boring, but everyone loves him. But yeah, Scorpion.
Get over here.
Yeah, that was best.
Yeah. Mine was either Nightwolf or Cyrax. Cyrax was always my go-to.
Yeah. Good shout.
Deadly, what was your go-to pick? We will judge you immensely on it.
You love your pods. They're very pod picks too for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
X, what a shake day of footy. Yep, highlight was listening. Rail rack it up to 35.
Fuck
very
yeah.
nice.
With
Very
you,
nice.
brother. With you there.
Yep. New West Coast starting ruck after Flynn is thrown overboard will be a good pick. Yeah, very much. Clayton's watching Colin, Doc 2.0. Interesting. Lizard agrees on the second side of things. Also have Matt Carroll was the new Simpson. Not too bad. Starting ruckline next year, Draper, Bryan, Cooper, Duft. He will play forward, probably. Oh, Thomas, what were your go-to characters in Mario Kart 64? Yoshi.
I don't know how I knew that, but I looked at you as soon as I read the comment. I don't know why. I'm like, he's a Yoshi one for sure.
You know what, Ghosty? Fuck you, bro. You're Princess Peach, motherfucker. That's what you are.
I'm just gonna pick the biggest Princess Peach.
You would have been Bowser, Ghosty. Were you a Bowser kind of guy? You picture me as a Bowser runner.
Yeah, you are 100% a Bowser dude.
No, I was Wario all the time. Wario.
I can see that.
Love Wario, bro.
How about Super Smash Brothers? Who was your pick for that?
Oh fuck.
Oh, Super Smash Bros.
I don't know. I can't remember who I used to go, but I just used to love the items, and I'd always go for the Pokeballs and just throw it at the prick. That was my go-to.
I think DK was always my pick.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking DK maybe as well.
I loved Captain
Kong.
Falcon and Captain Falcon and bloody what is he called? What's the one that shoots the cannons out of arms?
Samus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metroid. Yep. I like it. Kano, MK1 Heart Rip Fatality. One thing I did love about Mortal Kombat 3 was the Babality. I think it was like Babality or some shit.
Yeah. They
It was
turn
so
them into
good.
crying babies.
Yeah. Yoshi for the win. X Bailey Williams is one of the worst players Yeah, fair call.
Yeah.
Fair call. Zelda on Super Smash, very nice. Donkey Kong on Switch 2 is awesome. You do look like a Switch 2 player, Deadly. Just putting it out there. You'd be that guy in the Reddit forums, be like, "Yeah, I'm a hardcore gamer." Whips out a Switch 2.
He's He's a moderator, whatever you call him.
Yeah, he's a Reddit moderator, 100%.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
probably one of the
Daniel.
worst new age insults you could throw out to someone.
Jesus.
So
Oh, Jesus. Love you,
You know what
Daniel.
else I used to love on 64 was Mario Party. I used to love playing that as a
Yeah.
kid.
I never got into Mario Party.
I loved it.
Never got into it. Okay, now I don't have a Switch shop order for my nephew. Yeah, all right. Now you backtrack. Look out. Oh boy. Nah, it's what did I play on 64? What was my main one? Oh,
Minecraft.
Earthworm Jim. Shut up.
Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim. And The Mask. The Mask had a ripping game on the 64.
Did you guys ever play Worms or Party?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Jeez, what a throwback.
Bomberman. I used to play Bomberman on PlayStation.
Yeah, Bomberman.
That
Yeah,
was
I used to play
cool.
Bomberman a heap. Oh man, PS1 days too. Bomberman. Just the old school Gran Turismos too. You can't beat them.
Yeah.
Thomas bought a Switch in lockdown purely for Mario Party too. There you go. Started many fights with my wife.
Oh nah, I remember shit where I play with my brother, and you can like steal stars from each other. And I had a rule. I'm like, don't touch mine. I remember once he stole mine. I nearly broke the Nintendo in half. I was like, no, you're not fucking doing it. So yeah,
Wow.
don't play Mario Party with me. I was angry all the time.
There you go. Different side. But Brad, you're looking forward to the weather down there in Adelaide.
Yeah, bloody oath. Well, I'm down there next week looking at jobs and stuff, and then I'll be there permanently on the 18th of next month.
There you go. So if you want to get your signatures for Supercoach Pro before he takes off next season, you got to go do a meet and greet in Adelaide.
Jesus, I'll never do one of those. I'll come to the games with him, but I'm not going to do a meet and greet thing. I'm not that much of a flog.
No, but see, the funny thing is, though, is you'd have to make a stipulation that the meet and greet, everyone has to wear like the Zambrero hats.
Yeah, or Richmond jersey.
Or no, they'd probably get beat up on the way. Let's be honest.
Same.
GoldenEye on the 64 was goated. Yes, it was.
Yeah. GoldenEye.
WWF No Mercy or WCW. Yeah. Well, the old school like wrestling games was so good, and Worms is goated. 100% agree. 100% agree. What other games? There was Mortal Kombat. Bomberman used to play a heap of. Yeah, Spyro. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
yep. There we go. What else was there? What are some good throwback games? The GTA Vice City on PS2.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, how good. I remember having the old school like booklet printed out of all the cheat codes.
Yeah.
They just sit on top of your PS2. Oh, the days.
Yeah.
The days. Pokemon Party on 64. The Pokemon Stadium.
Pokemon Stadium was so good.
Yeah.
Do you have
Dude, I miss my
Driver?
Oh, Driver. Jeez, that's a throwback.
Yeah.
That's a throwback. That just makes me think of like Need for Speed Underground. Like that was I used to back in the days where I had a PSP, it was Midnight Club.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yep.
Midnight Club. That was the shit. Man, the music on that game. Oh, I literally have a Spotify playlist that has like half the songs in that game, like on that playlist. It's so good.
I'll give you a throwback Rook and Ghost. Have a Max Payne.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that you know what that makes me think of? Do you guys ever play True Crime?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, True Crime LA as well.
Yep.
Yeah. There was one. It was before I really got into the COD series. It was called Cold Winter.
I never
Cold
played
Winter. It was a sick game. It was sick.
The original Xbox Splinter Cell was sick as well.
Yeah, Splinter Cell. True.
So that's where it was weird with me and my brother because we were opposite. So he got Xbox, I was PS2, then I get PS3, he get Xbox 360. Like we just kept going off like that. So And it used to piss me off that some games I wanted were on Xbox and some games he wanted was on PS3 or some shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember my old man got the PS2, and then the first console I bought was the 360, and that's when I got into like Halo 3 and went down that whole avenue. It was so good. Halo 3 was the shit. That was probably one of my favorite games ever.
God of War.
Oh, dude, I remember being a kid and like that opening scene from the first God of War, and it was just complete nudity and all this shit. I'm like, oh.
You like want to play the tits game?
Yeah.
You didn't even play, did you? You just kept turning it on and off and watching the start.
Yeah, it was like, just load from new game. One game, because this will just show the Disney kid that kind of grew up a little bit. I actually loved the Kingdom Hearts series 1 and 2.
I remember Kingdom Hearts. Yeah,
I used to love that. No, it was so good, so good. But Halo 3 was. I got into Halo 3 before I got into any CODs. I think the first COD I got into was Black Ops.
Oh, wow.
And that's like the best COD. You cannot fight me on that.
Nothing beats a good DOA series, though.
Oh, yeah.
DOA, yeah.
Very good.
Like
Thomas. We sound like a bunch of millennial cunts. We do, mate. We sound so old.
Literally.
Oh, you guys would have been too young to have the pleasure of Shane Warne 99 on the PS1.
I played that when I was 8. I remember that vaguely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Battle Tanks. Vigilate 8. Jesus. Jumping into some game squad. Gold, Ash, Gold Liver, Silver Rank, and Bronze Man and GDS. I might finish last. Yeah. Not ideal. Halo 3 was the first online. Yeah. I literally like played the mode SWAT religiously in Halo 3. Fellas, watch a TV show Chemistry with Your Missus. Only went 1 season. That's a trap if I've ever heard one. What are you setting us up for, Deadly? Let me Google it.
Have you watched it? Is that why I think it's a trap?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. What is this? Chemistry. Ooh. Deadly, what are you watching in your free time, mate?
You know what is a good app? The anime sort of things, Crunchyroll.
Yes. Crunchyroll is definitely... I think that's one of the best streaming platforms I've ever paid for. Like,
yeah, best
value-wise. Value. Like, ridiculous. Although, I kind of feel like I'm a bit of a loom of what animes to watch at the moment. Because I know the one you suggested, Brad, I can't watch it. It's not on Crunchyroll yet. They've taken it off for whatever reason. But I'm up to date with everything else. So I have to go back and rewatch stuff now.
Fuck no.
Or find some really odd series that's very left field.
I'm playing Ready or Not on PlayStation 5 at the moment.
Ready or Not?
Have you played it?
No, I haven't.
It's like a SWAT sort of game, and it's really tactical as well, and it's actually pretty hard for me. I'm going in running it. I probably shouldn't because I get killed.
Yeah, Brad's sitting there. It's just like respawn, fuck.
Yeah. It was the best 2-line combo. It's like, it's very tactical. I'm actually really shit at it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's
so
wild. You know what we should do? We should do like should figure out a way at some point next season to just do like a games night.
Oh my god.
But like a retro games night, like just hire, I don't know, pick up a PS1 or a PS2 and just do some throwbacks. That'd be wild. There you go. It looks hectic. Ready or Not. I'll have to suss it.
I've got a Nintendo Switch, a PS1, PS2, PS4, PS5, and Xbox fucking One, I think.
There you go. Collector, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like we do need a game club for sure. Because we're all really old. All right, Deadly. Jesus. All right, ladies and gentlemen. With that said, we are going to call it there. We definitely sound like we need a games night in some way or form. Maybe even in the pre-season before the footy starts. But if anything like that does come to fruition, we'll let you know, and we'll get everyone sorted with the invite. We'll set up a Discord server, all that fun shit. So definitely sounds like some fun times to be had. But for those that are still here, make sure you do like the stream on your way out. Of course, we have Supercoach Pro, which you can find at Supercoach Pro and Supercoach Pro 91 on X. You know the deal. Go suss him out. I think you're doing streams midweek now at random.
Yeah, just at random, no set date,
Yeah.
but pretty much if you're subbed, you'll get a notification anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Easy done. And for Ghosty, as always, you can find me at Ghostbakes on Twitter. Still yet to have a webcam, but we're about to fix that because I picked up a new webcam during the week. So my old one, which I have here, is going to Ghosty. So we'll be able to see Brad 2.0 in the flesh. Hopefully next week when we do After Dark, which will be awesome. Hey, Ghosty.
Yeah, Brad, grow your beard out a bit more.
Hey, give me 3 months. I can actually grow a really good one too, except for
Done.
yeah.
I'll trim mine. I'll trim mine. You grow yours.
Do we all just grow our beards out?
I'll do that. You want to book some flights and go to US then?
Oh. Jesus Christ. All right, legends. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're getting far too hectic here. Good luck for your games tomorrow. Hopefully we all have some better scores and not many shit kickers lying around in tomorrow's games, but I still think we might see an 80-point margin on Brad's boys. So I'm sorry, mate. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But been a pleasure. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers.